Good morning everyone. Welcome to Credence IAS. In today's session we'll discuss the solution of test 1 of free current affairs. Before going into solution of test 1, I would like to inform you guys that Credence IAS is starting UPSC and KPSC batch from April 4th. And also PSI test series we already been conducting. And for KPSC, core batch is already started and any newcomer can join at any time. C and KS test series also being conducted. Any interested candidate can contact the Credence IAS number which is shown in the screen. Okay. Now we'll discuss the solution of a test 1 which is freely conducted every week. As you can see here in this board, one exam has already been conducted on March 13th. In this session, we'll see the solution of this test. Any interested candidate who might have missed the first test can join the next test and can write the test. After every test, there will be discussion for a solution to the every question paper. Okay, with this we'll start with the first question now. Candidates who don't have the test paper, kindly go to the Telegram group of Credence IAS and download the question paper because it will be more effective while solving the question paper. Okay. With first question, with reference to the provision of Government of National Capital Territory Amendment Act 2021, which of the following statement are correct? They are given a two statement. The first one is elected government will not have to take the opinion of Lieutenant Governor before taking an executive action. The next one, rules made by the Legislative Assembly of Delhi shall be consistent with the rules of Lok Sabha, both 1 and 2, neither 1 and 2. We have to identify which one is the right one. Okay. The Government of India has brought amendment to the GNCTD 1991. We'll see the main important features of that act now. The first important feature is, what they have said is, the Government of Delhi means Lieutenant Governor, first point. The second important point is, what they have said, for any executive action to be taken by the state government has to take the opinion of Lieutenant Governor. Second point. Third important point is, the rule made by the Legislative Assembly of Delhi shall be consistent with the Lok Sabha. In this act, they have mentioned a responsibility of government as well as Lieutenant Governor. And this feature, one more feature, important feature is, it bar Legislative Assembly or a committee to regulate day-to-day activity regarding administration, as well as it barred the Assembly for conducting any inquiry regarding administrative decision. These are the four important features of this act. Based on this feature, we can eliminate the first one. What it said, the elected government will not have to take the opinion of Lieutenant Governor. But what we have seen in the feature, they have to take the opinion of the Lieutenant Governor. By this, we can eliminate this one. So the correct answer will be B. Okay. Next one. With reference to Sedition Law, consider the following statement. They are given, it was introduced by the British in 1870. The second statement says that the Constituent Assembly adopted it in 1948. And section 124A of Indian Penal Code deals with the sedition. Which of the following statements are correct? We have to identify the correct one now. So option is, first one is 1, second B is 1 and 2 only, C is 2 only, D is 1 and 3 only. First we'll see what is sedition is. Any person with his word or either spoken or written or pictorial representation which create hatred or disaffection towards the government is considered as sedition. The British have introduced this sedition in 1870. It is drafted by Thomas Macaulay. Okay, it was introduced by British in 1870. And next what Constituent Assembly has dropped that sedition law in 1948. And but what happened? But meanwhile, the section 124 of IPC deals with sedition was stayed. Okay, with this information, we'll try to eliminate. We know this Constituent Assembly has dropped, but they have given the adopted. So this one is the wrong one. So by eliminating 2, the 2 option has gone. So we are left with only A and D. Next one, section 124A of IPC deals with sedition. It's the right one. So what happened? The answer is 1 and 3. So our answer is D. We'll move to the third one. With reference to the Pradhan Mantri Matrut Vandana Yojana, consider the following statement. In the first option, what they have given, it is centrally sector scheme with the cash incentive of 5,000. It has been implemented by the Ministry of Health and Family Welfare. Which of the following above statement are correct? We have to identify the correct one. Okay, first, Pradhan Mantri Matrut Vandana Yojana. In 2010, it was introduced as a Indira Gandhi Matrut Sahyog Yojana in 2010, but it was renamed in 2017 as Pradhan Mantri Matru Vandana Yojana. In this scheme, it has a cash incentive of rupees 5,000 for a pregnant and pre-lactating woman, for a cash loss, for a wage loss during childbirth or during a child care. And one more you have to remember is, under Janani Suraksha Yojana, 1,000 rupee has been given for an incentive. Total of 6,000 rupees will be given. And next is it is implemented. It says that it is implemented by Minister of Health and Family Welfare, but it is introduced by the Women and Child Development Ministry. So with this information, we can say that this one is a wrong one. Second one is a wrong one. We have to identify the correct one. So 2 is gone, and we have left with only 1 now. So it is a correct one, because under this scheme they have giving the cash incentive of 5,000, okay, for a wage loss. And next one is, we'll move to the fourth one. With reference to the emergency credit line guarantee scheme, consider the following statement. It has given 2 statements. One is, it is a scheme to counter the economic distress faced by the MSME due to the COVID-19 pandemic. It does not cover the business enterprises in hospitality and sector. Which of the following statement given is correct? They have given the correct one. So, okay, we'll see how. The emergency credit line guarantee was announced by Government of India under Atmanirbhar sector. Under this, what happened? The Government of India is providing economic emergency credit line to counter the economic distress faced by the MSME during COVID-19 pandemic. Under this, the government has providing 3 lakh crores fully guaranteed emergency credit line. And MSME, they have expanded the sectors belonging to MSME, which include hospitality, tourism, sports, leisure. So they have expanded the enterprises. So according to this one is also right. They have said does not, but it is a right one. So what happened? Identify the correct one. Correct one is the first one. The A is the correct one. Next one, which of the following statement is correct with respect to operational twist? They have given first statement, it is a monetary policy tool, simultaneous purchase and sale of government security under OMO, open market operation, and used to influence the prevailing rate of interest in the market. Which of the statement given above is correct? The first one is 1 only, second one is 1 and 2 only, third one is 1 and 3 only, the D is 1, 2 and 3. This question is economic question. What is operation twist? Operation twist. In this scheme, what happened? It's a monetary policy tool of RBI. It's a monetary policy tool of RBI, in which RBI sells the short-term government security and it buys the long-term government security. In this, what happened? The demand of long-term government security will increase, but its yield will decrease. This will have the impact on corporate bond. The corporate bond interest depends upon the yield of long-term government security. As the yield will reduces, the corporate bond interest rate will be reduced. So the company can access the loan at a low price. This will indirectly force the bank to reduce its interest rate. So what happened? It's a monetary policy. With this option we'll solve now. It's a monetary policy tool. We have seen it is done by RBI. Second, the simultaneous purchase and sale of government security under OMO, open market operation. We have seen that they will purchase long-term government security and they will sell the short-term government security, and used to influence the prevailing rate of interest in the market. We have seen that it will impact the interest rate of corporate bond as well as the banking system. So with this, what we can say that all three are correct. So answer is D. And we'll see the next one. With reference to the scheme for special assistance to the state for a capital expenditure, which of the following statement are correct? The scheme for special assistance to the state for capital expenditure. It was announced by the Minister of Commerce and Industry. Second statement is, under the scheme, financial assistance is provided to the state government at a lower interest. Select the correct answer using the code given below. The A is 1 only, B is 2 only, C is both 1 and 2, D is neither 1 and 2. I hope you guys answered to this question. The solution is like, the scheme of special assistance to the state for a capital expenditure was announced by the finance minister. For 2021 and 22, for year 2021 and 22, they allocated 15,000 crore. So it is done by Ministry of Finance. Under this scheme, what happened? The financial assistance is provided to the state government at a lower rate. They have given lower interest, but they are giving the loan for a free of interest for a term of 50 years. Interest free loan they are giving. Interest free loan are being given. This is to help the state capital expenditure during pandemic year. So with this information we can solve this. It was announced by Minister of Commerce and Industry. This is wrong. Under the scheme, financial assistance provided to the state government at lower interest. We have seen that it is interest free loan. We have to identify the correct. So both are wrong. Neither 1 nor 2 is correct. So we'll move to the 7th question. Recently, Gender Samvad event was launched by the which of the following ministry? The Gender Samvad event was launched by the which ministry? The given is first one, Ministry of Social Justice and Empower, Ministry of Women and Child, Ministry of Law and Justice, Ministry of Rural Development. Say Gender Samvad event was launched by Ministry of Rural Development. This event was conducted or launched to create an awareness on gender related intervention, to create awareness regarding gender based intervention. In this event, the state get an opportunity to learn the best practice what other states are being taken to improve the condition of women entities. What is women entities or women agency means? Agencies means FPO. What are the measures taken by the other state to improve the FPO, the farmer producer organization, or the nutrition level of the women, how to get the land right to the women? What are the measures they have taken? You can learn from the other state. At the same time, we can understand the gender intervention globally also. And this Gender Samvad has expertise to handle the issues. We can get to know how to handle the difficulties faced by the women and how to eradicate that difficulty. With this, we can answer to this is Ministry of Rural Development. And with reference to Assam Rifle, next question, 8th one, with reference to Assam Rifle, sometimes seen in the news, consider the following statement. It is the oldest paramilitary force raised way back to 1835. It works under administrative control of Ministry of Home Affairs. See, Assam Rifle, the Assam Rifle is the oldest paramilitary force in India. It was set by the British India in 1835. It's the oldest. It is set under British by 1835. It is under administrative control of Home Minister. It is administrative control of Home Minister. But what happened? It is under maintenance. Home Minister, but it is administrative control, but it is actually controlled by the Defense Minister. The task of Assam Rifle is to maintain law and order in northeastern state, as well as along with the Indian Army, it will maintain or it will guard the India and Malaysian border. The work of Assam Rifle is to maintain law and order, as well as it will guard the Indo-Malaysian Indian Myanmar border. So with this information we can answer. The first, it's the oldest, it was the correct one, but it was work under administrative control of Minister of Home Affairs. It is also right. So both 1 and 2 are right. Consider the following statement reference to the Food Corporation of India. It is a statutory body under Ministry of Food Processing Industry. It regulates the market price, provided food grains to the consumer at reliable prices. So we'll see what is Food Corporation of India. The Food Corporation of India is a statutory body under Ministry of Consumer Affairs, Food and Public Distribution. Its function is to regulate the market price. Provide the food grain to the consumer at reliable prices. So we know that Food Corporation of India will buy the food grain from the farmers at MSP, minimum support price, and distribute food throughout India through PDS, public distribution system. These are the major work of the Food Corporation of India. With this we'll answer. It is a statutory body under Ministry of Food Processing Industry. We have seen that it comes under Ministry of Consumer Affairs, Food and Public Distribution. So this one is a wrong one. So answer is regulate the market price, provide food grain to consumer at reliable price. So answer is a B. This one B is a. So they asked for a not correct. So this is what we should not do in the exam. Which of the following not correct? This is a not correct. This answer will be the A now, because they have asked for a not correct. So with reference, next we'll go to the 10th one. Those who are not having the question paper, please download it from the Credence IAS as well as with explanation, so that it will be benefit. And we'll move to the 10th question. With reference to geographical indication, which of the following statement are correct? The first statement, it used for only natural and agriculture goods. The Department for Promotion of Industry and Internal Trade provides GI tag in India. Select the correct answer. They have asked for a correct answer and code below. We all know that India is a member of WTO and we have enacted TRIPS, trade related aspect of intellectual property right. On this, Government of India enacted Geographical Indication of Goods Act in 1999. In that, we have giving the GI tag for a natural, agriculture and also manufactured goods. For this, we are giving a GI tag. So GI tag is given to the product that has specific geographical location and which have a unique quality in it because of its that origin, the place of origin. So therefore that product GI tag will be given. This GI tag will be given by Department for Promotion of Industry and Internal Trade, which comes under Ministry of Commerce and Industry. So with this we can answer this question. So it's only, they have given only natural and agriculture, but we have seen that they will give GI for also manufactured. So first one is correct. Department for Promotion of Industry Internal Trade provide GI tag. This is also correct. So I ask for the correct answer. So both 1 and 2 are correct. So we will move to the next one. Consider the following statement regarding One Dhan scheme. The first statement, it says that One Dhan scheme is an initiative of Ministry of Development of Northeastern Region and TriFed. It seeks to improve the tribal income through value addition of a tribal product. The third statement, the aggregation of tribal product would be done by the self-help group. So which of the following statements are correct? They are asking for the correct statement. So what is One Dhan scheme? The One Dhan scheme is launched by Ministry of Tribal. One Dhan scheme is launched by Ministry of Tribal along with TriFed. Ministry of Tribal along with TriFed. What is TriFed? Tribal Cooperative Market Federation of Development Federation of India. Tribal Cooperative Market Development Federation of India. The both Tribal Ministry and TriFed has started the One Dhan scheme. So One Dhan scheme is a mechanism for marketing forest minor forest product by using or through minimum support price. What they do is minor forest product, they will sell this by minimum support price. So what happened? This means what? They seek to improve. This will directly impact, like improve the tribal income through value addition of tribal product. They will value add to the minor forest produce. And aggregation of tribal produce would be done by self-help group. Self-help group will be formed, and through this the aggregation of produce will be done. So with this information we can answer to this question now. So they have given the Ministry of Development of Northeast, so this one is the wrong one. So eliminate first one. So I left it only 2 and 3. Let's check it. And we have seen that it improves tribal income through value addition. This is the right answer. And aggregation of tribal produce would be done by self-help group. So both are correct. So answer is B. Okay, next one. Consider the following statement with regard to the Federation of Indian Export Organization. So they asked about Federation of Indian Export Organization. It comes under a, they have given a 3 statement. First one is it comes under a Ministry of Commerce and Industry. The second, it is the apex body of Indian export. It represents the Indian entrepreneurship spirit of enterprises in global market. They have given the 3 statement. So first we will see the Federation of Indian Export Organization is apex body. Is the apex body of Indian Export Promotion Organization under the Ministry of Commerce and Industry. Commerce and Industry, and the organization responsible for representing the Indian entrepreneurs, or encouraging the Indian entrepreneurs and exporters in foreign market. So what they will do is they will assist the Indian entrepreneur and exporters in foreign market. So they will encourage, they will assist. This is the main function of Federation of Indian Export Organization. So it comes under Ministry of Commerce and Industry. We have seen it, and the apex body, right, which is apex body which comes under Indian Export Promotion Organization. So it represents the Indian entrepreneurship spirit of the enterprise in global market. As we have seen it, it will assist the Indian entrepreneurs. So this one is also correct. So whichever statement above are correct. The correct is all 3 are correct. So the answer will be the D. So next we will move on to 13th question. With reference to recent developed Mohair yoga mat, consider the following statement and choose the correct statement. So they have given 2 statements. It is a biodegradable yoga mat. It has been developed from jute material. Both A and B are correct, and none of the above are correct. The 6 girls from Assam, they have developed Mohair yoga mat. This Mohair yoga mat is developed from invasive aquatic plant. Suppose this is a lake, and here it is an invasive aqua plant, and it is called as invasive aqua floating plant, and it's called as water hyacinth. This you can see, this is invasive floating plant. This invasive floating plant, which is water hyacinth. This water hyacinth used to block the sun rays. Here by reaching the water body. At the same time, it decreases the oxygen level here. So, but what they have done, they removed this invasive floating plant, water hyacinth, and they made the yoga mat out of it. They named it as Moraine yoga mat. And the lake, what happened? It will rejuvenate with the oxygen, and so it will be the environmental conservation has happened. At the same time, livelihood for a local by producing the yoga mat. And this Assam in the lake, which the aquatic floating plant was there, is called as Deeper Bale Lake. So Moraine yoga mat is biodegradable yoga mat because we have seen it. It is developed by using water hyacinth. So it was developed from the jute material they have given. This is wrong one because we have seen it's developed from the water hyacinth. So with this we can eliminate this. They have asked for a correct statement. The first one is only correct. The both is because B1 is wrong. I hope you understand this. Recently, Burkina Faso was seen in the news share the border with which of the following country? This is a fact-based question. This is geographical mapping question. So Burkina Faso lies in the western part of the African continent, and it is surrounded by countries like Mali, Niger, Benin, and Ivory Coast, Ghana, Togo. So they have asked for a share. So Benin, we have seen it, and this is the right answer. So next one, recently permanent structure cooperation was seen in news. It is related to which of the following? They are given the space, economy, defense and oil. The permanent structure cooperation is a part of European security and defense system policy. It is a security and defense policies of European Union. It is established in 2017. It is established in 2017, which has 25 European members as European members. So what it offers, that what is the use, what is the aim of permanent structure cooperation? Here they come up with a plan, the development as well as investment for a development of cutting edge technology for its military, operation readiness of a military and capability sharing. So this is the motto of the permanent structure cooperation. We have and it's called a PESCO. So what is the answer here? Defense. We have seen that it's for a security and defense policy in 2007 by European Union. So next one, 16. Consider the following statement with reference to beyond visual line of sight. It is related to operation of unmanned aerial vehicle and drone. It is enable a drone to cover a far greater distance. We have to identify the not correct answer here. Not correct answer. So first of all, what is beyond visual line sight? The beyond visual line sight means it's an access to an object or identifying the object at a distance outside the normal visible range of the pilot. To identify the object beyond the outside, beyond or outside the normal visible range of pilot. So what happened? This is the meaning of beyond visual line of sight. So in this, what happened? The enemy can be identified even beyond visual range of the pilot. This is the technology of beyond visual range. It is used in aircraft for launching a missile, and recently they are testing on unmanned aerial vehicle and drone. So with this, what happened? The drone can cover the large area. to access the object or enemy. So the both are correct here, but they asked for a not correct, so neither 1 nor 2. So we'll move to the next slide. The 17th one. The 17th Rishikula river is one of the major rivers in the state of Orissa. Which of the following statement given below is correct? They given the 4 statement: mass nesting of olive-riddled turtle, migration of tribes, nesting of migratory bird in fresh water, and mass movement of trade and export. So Rishikula river is one of the major river in Orissa state, and it is known for mass nesting of olive-riddled turtle. See, the olive-riddled turtle comes under vulnerable in IUCN category. It's vulnerable. In India, along with Rishikula, we have other places also. The places like Gahirmata, it's also in Orissa, and along Devi river. So Gahirmata beach, it's also in Orissa, and Devi river, it's all this is in Orissa, and it's also spread from in Andhra Pradesh coast from Rishikula, Srikakulam towards up to Nellore district, the coast of Andhra Pradesh. You can see the mass nesting of olive riddle, which comes under vulnerable category of IUCN. So what are the important places? Rishikula river also, and Gahirmata, Devi river, and the coastal range from Srikakulam to Nellore. So next one, we'll see the move to next one. The volcano of Mount Sinabong recently erupted is located in which of the following country? So recently the volcano has erupted in Sinabong, which is located in Indonesia. As we know, the Indonesia comes under circum-Pacific belt or ring of fire, and this ring of fire almost covered the 70% of the volcano and 80% of the earthquake. So in Indonesia comes under two plate. The volcano has appearing because the Indo-Australian plate and Eurasian plate are colliding. Because of this, what happened? You can see the volcano in Indonesia. Next one, we'll move to 19th one. Kabasura Kudineer seen in the news, related to which of the sector? They are given a space exploration, medicine, new species, oil field. Kabasura Kudineer is a Siddha medicine. It's a Siddha medicine and subject to clinical trial for its efficacy towards the COVID-19. To test its efficacy towards COVID-19. So it's still in a clinical trial, and it is done by the Center Council for Research in Siddha, which comes under Ministry of Ayush. So in this, what happened? They will use the herbal trees like plants like ginger, clove, kadakudai, ujwain. These are the users to make the medicine. So kadakudai is a medicine. And we'll go to the next one. The 20th, the Northeastern Center of Technology Application Research, NECTAR, is an autonomous society. Is set up under which of the following ministry? Ministry of Northeastern Region, Ministry of Electronic and Information Technology, Ministry of Skill Development and Entrepreneurship, Ministry of Science and Technology. This Northeast Center for Technology Application Research, NECTAR, is an autonomous. It is autonomous, which comes under the Ministry of Science and Technology, which has headquarters in Shillong, Meghalaya. Headquarters in Meghalaya. NECTAR will be ensuring that application of appropriate technology for the development of Northeast in the field of conservation of biodiversity and for planning infrastructure, telemedicine and telehealth, teleeducation, and it will and intention of this is to develop a technology and also to provide livelihood or income to the youngsters, employment opportunity. So this is the purpose of Nectar, which comes under Ministry of Science and Technology. So next one, recently Damini alert app was seen in news related to which of this? So first one, they have given earthquake, volcano, tsunami, lightning. The answer is lightning. So let's say Damini alert app. Damini alert app is developed by Indian Institute of Tropical Meteorology. What it does is it will give the warning to the users regarding the lightning based on location of the person. If a person is located 20 meters radius from a lightning, 20 kilometer radius from the lightning, it will alert that person based on the location 30 to 45 minutes before the lightning. So this is the application of Damini alert app, so that the precaution measures can be taken or moved to the safer place. So this is the application of a Damini, which is for lightning, and developed by Indian Institute of Tropical Meteorology. Second, we'll move to 22nd. Recently, Galatia Bay Wildlife Sanctuary seen in news. Which of the following statement is correct? First one they have given is situated in Andaman and Nicobar Island. It's a part of UNESCO World Heritage Site. It was declared Wildlife Sanctuary in 1997. So which of the following given statement are correct? Galatia Bay Wildlife Sanctuary is located in Great Nicobar Island. So Great Nicobar Island, it's situated in Great Nicobar Island, which is in Andaman Nicobar Island. That's the first point. So Galatia Bay Wildlife Sanctuary is a nesting site for leatherback turtle. It's a nesting site for leatherback turtle, and it has been declared as a wildlife sanctuary in 1997, and it is a part of UNESCO World Heritage Site. And you should also remember that Andaman Nicobar has 9 national park in Andaman Nicobar. With this we can try to answer this question. So what it is situated in Andaman Nicobar, we have seen it is a part of Great Nicobar Island. It's a part of UNESCO World Heritage Site. It is declared as a wildlife sanctuary in 1997. So all three are correct. They asked for a correct one. So answer is D. Next. The National Disaster Management Authority has recognized which of the following natural hazards as a natural hazard? Which of the following as a natural hazard? They are given forest fire, heat wave, landslide, outbreak of epidemic disease. So National Disaster Management Authority is apex body under Government of India for making policies regarding the disaster management. It was set up under Disaster Management Act 2005. The main object of this is to make the policies, and it has given the calamities or disaster which is recognized as a natural hazard. So in that they have given earthquake, tsunami and landslide, flood, but it has not considered fire, forest as a natural hazardous. And under this outbreak of epidemic disease is considered as a biological disaster. So with this, except forest fire, all these are covered under National Disaster Management Authority of natural hazards. So answer is, except the forest is the wrong one, they asked for a correct one. By eliminating one, we'll go this, but both are right. We can mark A and 2, A as well as C, either A or C. So next one is Farzad B gas field, recently seen in the news, is located in which of the following nations? They given Saudi Arabia, Iran, UAE and Afghanistan. Farzad B gas field is located in Iran, in Persian Gulf. It's a natural gas field. It is in Iran. The Indian ONGC has recognized or discovered this, but failed to get a contract of this Farzad B the gas field. So next question, we'll move to the next question. Which of the following statement is called as Falcon capital of the world? They are given option like Nagaland, Assam, Tripura and Arunachal Pradesh. So Falcon capital of the world. this Amur falcon is a migratory bird which will travel from the north of China or Siberia towards India during winter and will reach the southern part of African continent. This is the migration of this bird, Amur falcon. It will breed in China or Siberia and reaches India during winter, and it will move towards the south of the south of the African continent. So during winter it comes towards the Nagaland. So it is called as falcon capital of the world. Next we will move on to 26th question. So what is 26th question? Which of the following statement is or correct regarding the Biotechnology Industrial Research Assistant Council, BIRAC? So they have given a two statement. It's a non-for-profit public enterprises set up by the Department of Industrial Policy and Promotion. The second statement is it brings the innovation excellence to the biotechnology firms. So they are asked us to select the correct answer from the given code. So first we will see the Biotechnology Industry Research Assistant Council. So it is a non-for-profit public enterprises, but it comes under Department of Biotechnology. So it comes under Department of Biotechnology. So second, so what it does? So it intend to strengthen and empower the emerging biotechnology enterprises to take up the innovation and research, strategic innovation and research, and it also tries to fill up the gap of academical innovation as well as industrial need, and it helps in developing the cutting edge technology which is also the cost effective in addressing the need of the Indian industries. So with this information, when we look at this statement, the first one is the wrong one and second one is the right one. So which of the correct answer is a correct? They are asked to identify the correct one. So correct one is a B. We'll move on to the next question. Consider the following countries. Which of the countries given above is or covered under International North-South Trade Corridor? So this International North-South Trade Corridor, which is 7,200 kilometers, which runs from South Asian countries to the East Central Asia towards the Europe. The main objective of this North-South Trade Corridor is to increase the trade connectivity or freight between the countries. So the countries which are involved in this North-South Trade Corridor are India is there, Iran is there, Afghanistan is there, Azerbaijan is there, Russia is there. Along with that we have Armenia, Belarus, Ukraine is there, Tajikistan is there, and Kazakhstan is also there. So if we take all this member, the 1, 2, 3, 4, all 5 are the part of the North-South Trade Corridor. This purpose of this North-South Trade Corridor to increase the trade connectivities between Central Asia, Europe and South East Asia countries. So we'll move on to next question. Next is 28th. Parvesh portal was seen in the news. So they are given the 3 statement and asked us to select the correct one. So recently Parvesh portal was seen in the news and it has given it is a change initiative for single window clearance. It comes under a Ministry of Heavy Industry and Public Enterprises. It is a proactive responsive facilitation by interactive and virtuous environmental single window hub. See, this Parvesh portal hub is a proactive governed responsive facilitation by interactive and virtuous environmental single window hub is comes under Ministry of Environment, Forest and Ministry of Environment, Forest and Climate Change. It comes under this. So it is a single window clearance for getting clearance for a project like environment project against the coastal regulation zone, and next one is wildlife and forest. For this you can the clearance is given through the Parvesh portal. So we'll move on to, so by this what happened, this is a wrong one, the B, the second one is the wrong, and so this is a proactive responsive, and we know that, and this is a single window clearance, it comes under Ministry of Environment, Forest and Climate Change. The answer is C, 1 and 3. They asked us to identify the correct option. Recently scientists have found the oldest known human burial. The answer is for this is Kenya. See, the Kenya has come across the 78,000-year-old burial system in Africa. So this is a fact-based question. So next we'll move on to the 30th question. Consider the following statement with reference to ID Art app. They have given two statements. It uses cutting-edge image recognition software to help identify the stolen cultural property. First statement. Second, it was launched by the NASA, National Aeronautical and Space Administration. First, we will see the what is ID Art Act. This ID Art is using the cutting edge image recognition software to help identify the stolen cultural property. It helps to identify the stolen cultural property. By this, what happened? We can reduce the illegal trafficking of stolen articles, and also helps in recovery of stolen articles. And it is developed or launched by the Interpol. It is launched by Interpol, International Police Criminal Organization. So Interpol also developed the database which contain the articles which have been stolen. So with this information, if you try to answer this, the correct, they ask for a correct, it's a cutting edge, we know that, and they are given a NASA, but we know it is a Interpol. So answer, correct one is only A. So next one, we move on to 31st question. So recently, Indira Sahani and other versus Union of India 1992 case has been seen in the news related to what? So this case was decided by the 9-judge bench of Supreme Court. It talked about, or it was about reservation. It has limited, or it is upheld at 27% of reservation given to the OBCs. At the same time, it has limited, or maximum reservation is up to the 50%. It's a maximum limit is 50%. It is restricted. And at the same time, the verdict has directed for appointment of National Backward Class Commission as well as State Backward Class Commission. Under 102nd Constitutional Amendment Act, we have given constitutional recognition towards the National Backward Class Commission as well as State Backward Class Commission. So Indira Sahani case is related to reservation. So next we'll move on to the Mekedatu Dam recently. Mekedatu Dam recently seen in the news, situated in which of the following state? They asked us to identify the state. They are given Kerala, Tamil Nadu, Andhra Pradesh and Karnataka. So Mekedatu project is yet to be started, is proposed in Karnataka in Ramnagar district. It is at a place of where Kaveri and Arkavati converge. Kaveri Arkavati converge, and it is dam is constructed here, and this dam is for a drinking water purpose as well as for hydroelectric power generation. So answer to this is Karnataka. Where you are seeing Mekedatu Dam is Karnataka. Next question. Next was 33rd. Eclipse and Opter. Recently seen in news related to which? Whether it's lunar eclipse, vaccination program, movie on women, military exercise. Eclipse and Opter is a film festival based on the women documentary, which is a film festival of women-centric documentary film. Women-centric documentary film, which is directed by, this movie is all about women and directed by women. This movie has been screened, which shows that the film based on the stories of the women who have come out of shadows of inequality, injustice in society, and some inspiring stories of the women. This is Eclipse and Opter is movie on the women. This is an event. So next one, NGC 691 recently seen in the news, which is related to disease, galaxy, animal and computer supercomputer. So NGC 691 is unbarred spiral galaxy, which is found in constellation of Aries, which is which is 125 million light year distance. So we know that the light year is used in measuring the distance of celestial bodies. So answer to this is galaxy, which is discovered by the British astronomer William Herschel is developed by William Herschel. So we'll next move on to the next question. 35th. Which among the following recently launched first Asia Pacific Public Sector Cyber Security Executive Council? See, Microsoft. This is launched by the Microsoft. Microsoft has launched first Asia Pacific Public Sector Security Executive Council. What it aims? It aimed at building the strong communication channel to address the cyber threat and to implement the best practice of participating countries. So main purpose of this is to address security cyber threat and implement best practices among participating countries. The aim of this. Along with this, Microsoft is trying to fill the gap or increasing the skill development regarding the cyber threat. And participating countries here are, most of the countries are South Asian countries like Indonesia, Philippines, Sumatra, Thailand, Singapore, Korea. These are the participating countries, which was led by the Microsoft. Next we'll move on to 36th question. With reference to red tourism, they asked for red tourism recently seen in the news. Consider following. They have given a two statement. One, it refers to the visiting sites that have a modern revolutionary legacy. It was launched in 2014 by the Russia. We have to identify the correct one. What is red tourism? Red tourism started by the China in 2004. The purpose of this is, what does it red tourism means? It refers to visiting a site that have modern revolutionary legacy. It is a site of modern revolutionary legacy. The purpose of this project, Red Tourism Project, is to promote the location of historical and cultural location of Communist Party of China. It also promotes location of cultural and historical location of communist parties. Along with that, it tried to promote tourism, local tourism as a local business. This red tourism. So with this, we'll know that this refers to the modern revolutionary legacy, right? It is launched by 2004. In 2004, it is the right one, but it's not by the Russia, it's by the China. So they asked us to identify the correct one. So correct one is only one. So A is the correct one. Next, we'll move on to 37. Karg Island recently seen in news belong to which? Saudi Arabia, Japan, South Africa, Iran. This Karg Island is a coral island which is located in the Persian Gulf. This island is famous because it is primarily oil exporting terminal of Iran. It's oil exporting terminal. It's a major important port for exporting oil from the Iran. So next we'll move on to the next question, 38. With reference to the UMANG, Unified Mobile Application for New Age Governance, consider following statement. They have given a two statement and we have to identify the not correct answer. Here they have asked us for a not correct answer. So first statement is developed by Ministry of Science and Technology. It provides service offered by the central government. This UMANG app is developed by the Ministry of Information and Technology, Electronics and Information Technology Minister. Along with that, it's also developed by, along with that, National E-Governance Division. The both Ministry of Electronics, MEITY, Ministry and National E-Governance Division has developed for promoting the mobile governance in India. It's a single platform where you can access, where a citizen can access services of central government, state government, local government, even the utility service from the private. So they have given only central government only. So this is wrong. We know that, as well as state government, local government also. So develop a Ministry of Science and Technology. The both are wrong here, but they asked us to find the not correct. So both 1 and 2 are not correct. So please, you have to be careful while selecting, while reading the questions. Next one, 39. Recently, Block Track has seen a news associated which of the following? It is asteroid, rail, medical data, agriculture. This Block Track is developed by Indian Institute of Technology, Madras. This Block Track uses a biotechnology. Blockchain based technology. The blockchain based secure medical data and information exchange system for mobile phone application. It's a blockchain based secure medical data and information exchange system for mobile based application. So medical data. So it also aims to securely digitalize. It also aims for securely digitalize the healthcare information of a system while protecting the sensitive medical data. Block Track is related to medical data. So next, 40th. Recently in India, the term bubble curtain used in context of. The bubble curtain. The Geocycle India is a company which is for a first time in India, they are using this bubble curtain in Agra under initiative of UNEP. This Geocycle India is using this bubble technology. Bubble curtain technology to stop plastic from entering the water bodies. In Agra, it is used to stop plastics from reaching Yamuna. So what happened? The bubble technology used for plastic waste management. In this bubble technology, bubble curtain will allow the ship as well as fish to pass through it, but not the plastic. So this collected plastic is utilized or taken off from the water body, and thus making the water body free from the plastic. So remember, bubble curtain is related to plastic waste management. So next we will move on to the next question. 41st. It is well suited to the tropical lowland and widely cultivated throughout the tropical region of the world. Mount Merapi recently seen in news situated in. This Mount Merapi is a volcanic mountain where a volcano has erupted in Indonesia. It's a part of Indonesia. So as we know, the Indonesia is comes under Circum-Pacific Belt, where 80% of volcano happens in Circum-Pacific Belt itself. Indonesia is a part of Circum-Pacific Belt, which comes under a collision of Eurasian plate as well as Australian plate. So next question, 42nd. Which of the following report are published? We are asking for a report published by International Energy Agency. This International Energy Agency is autonomous intergovernmental body which is established in 1974. And this International Energy Agency focuses on energy policies. Its main aim of this International Energy Agency is energy policies. See, energy policies contain three parts. One is economic development, second is environmental protection, third one is energy security. So these are the three duties are done by the will be checked by the International Energy Agencies. So this IEA will release the reports. Energy Technology Perspective report is also released by IAA. It also gives World Energy Outlook, World Energy Investment Report. All these three are given by the IAA. Along with that, Indian Energy Outlook is also given by the IEA. This ease of doing business is given by the World Bank. So you should have to eliminate the World Bank. So 2, 3, 4 are the right ones. So answer is option A. So next one, 43rd. Which global company has recently used AI to design next generation chip for 6 hours only? See, the Google is using the artificial intelligence to design next generation chip within 6 hours only. See, before it used to take months to develop this chip, but now with AI, Google is able to develop a chip within a 6 hours. So we'll move on to next question. The 44th. Which one of the following is correct regarding the ASI? ASI is abbreviated as Archaeological Survey of India. They are given the three statement. Archaeological Survey of India is an Indian government agency attached to the Ministry of Information Broadcast. They are saying they are attached to the Ministry of Information Broadcast. ASI is responsible for archaeological research, conservation, preservation of cultural monument in the country, and given that it was founded in 1961. This ASI, Archaeological Survey of India, is founded in 1861 by Alexander Cunningham. It comes under a Ministry of Culture. So main job of this is, it is responsible for archaeological research and conservation and preservation of cultural monument in the country. So they have given 1961, we know that it comes from 1861, Alexander Cunningham. So C is a wrong one. And it says it's under Ministry of Information Broadcast, but it is under Ministry of Culture. So this one is also wrong. The correct answer is B. Correct answer is B. Okay, next we'll move to next 45th question. What is Pongyang is seen recently? The Pongyang is a name given by the tribe people who lives in Western Ghats. They have seen the big cat which is grey in color. So, but nobody has captured, we don't have the image or picture of this big cat. We are in pursuit of getting a photograph of this this big cat which is grey in color. So next we'll move on to the which is available in Western Ghats, which can be seen in Western Ghats. Next we'll move on to next question. India's first international maritime service cluster is developed in which of the following state? They are given Maharashtra, Karnataka, Gujarat and Kerala. They asked us to which India's first international maritime service cluster. The Gujarat Maritime Board is developing the first international maritime service cluster near Gift City in Ahmedabad, Gujarat. This cluster contains the port, logistic facility is also there, port is also there, and another shipping services, which helps in value chain, establishment of value chain. So this is developed by the Gujarat. Next we will move on to 47th. Recently UNAVFOR is seen in news. What does it means? See, there is naval exercise called as Gulf of Aden between Indian Navy and European Union Navy, which is abbreviated as European Naval Force, which is abbreviated UNAVAO. So we can answer now. Naval force exercise between Indian and European Union, which is happening at Gulf of Aden. So next we'll move on to 48th question. Which of the following statement is correct regarding the Gobar Dhan gas? What is Gobar? Galvanizing organic bioagro resources Dhan scheme. They are given a two statement. It is launched by the Ministry of Renew and Renewable Energy. A scheme aimed to augment income of the farmer by converting biodegradable waste into compost. So this Govardhan was launched by Ministry of Jal Shakti under Swachh Bharat Mission Gramin. So by this, the first one is wrong. And the aim of this scheme is to augment the income of the farmer by converting biodegradable waste into compressed biogas. This one is the right answer. Along with that, it tried to promote, it tried to attract the entrepreneurs to invest in development of compressed biogas plant. There are two purposes. One is augmenting the farmer's income. Second, to setting up of or to invest, attract the investment in developing of plant for generation of compressed biogas. This compressed biogas contain majority of methane is there, methane. So this is second one is the right answer. They asked us to identify the correct one, correct answer. So correct, first one is the wrong. So answer will be the second one. So we have seen how second is the right one. So next one, 49th. Envision mission, sometimes seen in news, is related to which space organization they are given. The Envision is launched by is planned by European Space Agency with the help of NASA. With the help of NASA, which is going to be launched in 2030. So the purpose of this Envision mission is to study the planet atmosphere and surface, and also the tracing the gases present in that planet. So it is developed by European Space Agency. Next question. Consider the following statement with reference to fast radio burst. They have given a two statement. They are a bright burst of radio waves whose duration lies in millisecond scale. Their origin are known and their appearance are highly predictable. These are the two sentences what they have given. See, first of all, this fast radio burst. This fast radio burst are the bright burst of radio waves. These fast radio waves are the bright burst of radio waves whose duration lies in milliseconds. It happens so fast, it is not easy to identify it. And it's very difficult to detect them and determine their position in the sky. It is difficult to determine and detect it. And because of this, their origin is unknown and their appearance is highly unpredictable. It's highly unpredictable, highly unknown. So they have given this is known and highly predictable. So this one is wrong and this is first one is right. They asked for a correct answer. So by eliminating 2, you are ending up with option A. So A is the right answer. They are bright burst radio wave whose duration lies in millisecond. First it was identified in 2007. Still they are making investing on that fast radio burst. Madam, stop. 51st. Which of the following statement is or correct regarding the Padma Award? The options given are: the award are presented by the Prime Minister of India. Which of the following statement is or correct regarding the Padma Award? The first statement, the award are presented by the Prime Minister of India. The second given is, all government servants are eligible for award. The third one is, the award does not amount to title. We have to select the correct answer from the given options. Okay, first we will see what is Padma Award. The Padma Award started by Government of India in 1954. It's the highest civilian honor. It's the highest civilian honor given by the Government of India. The Padma Award committee was headed by the Cabinet Secretary and the Home Secretary, as well as Secretary to the President and 4 to 6 other eminent persons. And recommendation of these committees is submitted to the Prime Minister and President of India for its approval. The Padma Award is given away by the President of India, and all persons are eligible for the Padma Award irrespective of races, position, sex, etc. The exception here is the civil servant as well as the member or employee of public enterprises, except doctor and scientist are not eligible for this award. And this award does not amount to title and cannot be used as a prefix as well as affix to the awardee's name. With this information, if we try to eliminate the sentence, the first one, it says that is awarded is presented by the Prime Minister of India, but we know it is presented by the President. Next option, all government servants are eligible. We have seen that except government servant and employee of public service undertaking are not eligible. and title does not amount to, award does not amount to title letter. Only third one is right here. So we have to select a correct option. The answer will be the third one. By eliminating 1 and 2, all other options are removed and except third one. Let's see. So next we'll move on to 52nd question. Consider the following statement with reference to the Bru community recently seen in the news. Choose the correct code. They have given the two sentences. We have to select the correct one. What it says, the community lives in Tripura only and they are ethnically different from the Mizos. First we'll see what Bru community. Bru communities are the community which lives throughout the northeastern states, especially in Assam, Mizoram, Manipur and Tripura. In Mizoram, the indigenous people of Mizoram, the Mizo community, Mizo tribes are majority. And there is a conflict between Mizo community and Bru community in Mizoram, as Bru community is not considered as indigenous people of Mizoram. So with this information, if we try to eliminate the given options, we'll try to solve this question. The community lives only in Tripura, but we have seen they are spread over Assam, Mizoram, Manipur and Tripura. So first one is wrong. The second, they are ethnically different from the Mizoram, ethnically. So but we know they are ethnically different from the Mizo groups are different from the Bru. So the answer given is, answer should be the B1. The next question, 53rd. What is with reference to enzyme linked immunosorbent assay test, consider the following statement. It uses enzymes to detect the presence of antibody in the blood. First one. The second, it says it is used to diagnose human immunodeficiency virus HIV. We have to identify the not correct answer. We have to be very careful in reading the question because they asked for a not correct answer. First we'll see what is ELISA. This ELISA is an enzyme linked immunosorbent assay which was developed in 1974. So it is used to detect whether the human immune system has developed antibody to any particular infection. If there is an infection in the body, it is an antigen. It will generate antigen. So to this antigen, antibody will be generated by our immune system. This immune system will develop the antibody against the antigen for any infection. So this method is used to diagnose HIV as well as pregnancy test as well as blood typing. With this, we'll try to solve this question. It uses enzyme to detect the presence of antibody in the blood sample. So this is the right one. So it used to diagnose human immunodeficiency virus. So both are correct, but they asked for a not correct. So neither 1 and 2 are not correct. So answer will be the D. Next we'll move on to 54th question. Consider the following statement with reference to volcanic eruption. They have given two statements. First one, Hawaiian eruption are the calmest of the eruption. The Vesuvius is an explosive volcanic eruption. We have to select the correct here. Correct answer. The this Hawaiian eruption is a shield volcano. We know that shield volcano is mainly basalt. It mainly basalt, and it is more of liquid. So viscosity will be the less here. So lava is very fluid, so that it is less explosive. Less explosive. In the other hand, the Vesuvius eruption belongs to composite volcano. So this Hawaiian is shield volcano. This is composite volcano. In composite volcano, what happens? The magma which is erupted is more viscous. That's why it is more explosive. it is more explosive, and along with the lava, pyroclastic as well as smoke is generated from the composite volcano, and it will deposit in the form of layer. That's why it's named as composite. So with this information, we'll try to solve this. Hawaiian eruption is the calmest of eruption. Yeah, it is correct. Which was is explosive volcano. So both are correct here, 1 and 2. Next we'll move on to the 55th question. How the government deficit can be reduced? So government deficit can be reduced by increasing in taxes, by reduction in expenditure, by increasing the taxes, by reducing in expenditure, and through the sale of shares of PSU. These are the three statements. It's given by the question. So government deficit can be reduced. How the government deficit can be reduced? By reducing the expenditure, we can reduce it, and through the sale of share of PSU, we can reduce it, and as well as we can also reduce it by increasing the taxes. So all options are correct here. Next we'll move on to the 56th question. Consider the following statement. The climate change and unprecedented flood can facilitate the introduction of aquatic invasive alien species into new habitat. The invasive alien species slowly begin to wipe out the local diversity and economy by altering the function of the ecosystem. These are the two statements given. We are asked to identify the correct one here. So recently what happened in 2018, due to the floods in Kerala and Karnataka has happened, it is because due to the climate change. So climate change directly or indirectly resulting into floods, landslide, etc. Researchers when they study the Kerala flood in 2018, they found something like there are the areas in domestic aquatic areas or a lake or tank where invasive alien species have been harvesting here. So this invasive alien species which are illegally harvested due to the flood, these fishes are moved to the nearby wetlands. These are invasive species So when they moved to the nearby wetland, say they made they wiped out the local diversity and economy by altering the function of ecosystem. This is what the researchers have found out. So climate change, unprecedented flood, facilitate introduction of aquatic alien in the species. We have seen it, it has proved. And alien species slowly begin to wipe out the local community. So the both option 1 and 2 are correct. So we'll move on to next question. 57th. With reference to National Climate Vulnerability Access report, consider the following statement. They have given two statements. It identifies the most vulnerable state only with respect to the current climate risk. It is released by the Department of Science and Technology. These are two statements. National Climate Vulnerability Access report is released by Department of Science and Technology. So what it says is, it identifies the most vulnerable state as well as district with respect to the current climate risk. It will identify both state and as well as districts. Along with that, it will also identify the key drivers for this vulnerability. These are the report which will contain in the National Climate Vulnerable Access report, which is released by Department of Science and Technology. So in this they have given only state only, but we have seen not only state, district has also been included. So which is the correct answer now? The correct answer will be the B, 2 only. And next one is 58th question. The greenhouse is made up of glass. What is the property of this glass? So it has given the 4 statement. We have to identify the correct one. It is opaque to the incoming short wave solar radiation and transparent to outgoing long wave radiation. It is a transparent to incoming long wave solar radiation and opaque to the outgoing short wave radiation. It is opaque to the incoming long wave solar radiation and transparent to the outgoing short wave radiation. It is a transparent to the incoming short wave solar radiation and opaque to the outgoing long wave radiation. See, we know that solar radiation or insulation is a short wave, and it will heat up the earth. When the earth gets heated sufficiently, after that earth will radiate back. The earth radiates back, it's called as terrestrial radiation, which will be in a long wave. Okay, well, solar radiation is a short wave and terrestrial radiation is a long wave. So glass will allow the short wave solar radiation and it acts as a opaque for the terrestrial radiation. By this what happened, the heat will be captured within the glass house, so the temperature within the glass house will be more. So with this, if you see the options, the last one, it is transparent to the incoming short wave solar radiation and opaque to the outgoing long wave radiation, that is terrestrial radiation. So this will be our answer. Now we will move on to the 59th question. Consider the following statement with reference to Chipko movement. They have given two statements. It was a non-violent social and ecological movement by the rural villagers. One more, it originated in the Karnataka regions. These are two options they have given. We have to identify the correct one. So Chipko movement started during 1970s by the rural villagers, especially women, to protect the trees and forest from logging by the government. So during 1973, it has spread throughout the Himalayan belt. It was first took place in Uttarakhand. This Chipko movement during 1970 took place in Uttarakhand by the group of villagers to protect the trees from logging by the government. So by 1973, it spread throughout the belt of Himalaya, and this leadership was Sundarlal Bahuguna. Under leadership of Sundarlal Bahuguna. In Karnataka, the same was adopted in 1983. It's named as Appiko movement. With this, we'll try to solve this. It was a non-violent social ecological movement by the rural villagers. This one is right and originated in Karnataka. But we know that it is originated in Uttarakhand. But Appiko in Karnataka. So second one is the wrong one. So by eliminating second one, the A will be our answer. Okay, next we'll move on to 60th question. International Union for Conservation of Nature, IUCN, red list of threatened species has identified the male Sclater mornal has dash they have given least concerned, near threatened, vulnerable and endangered. The Sclater mornal is endemic to Eastern Himalaya. It spread throughout like eastern part of India, Myanmar, Tibet, China. So this bird, this habitat is always at altitude of more than 1500 meters. Under the IUCN, these species are classified into they have asked for which of the following. So they have classified into vulnerable. Next we'll move on to 61st. Recently, IUCN, International Union for Conservation of Nature, red list has classified sunflower sea star as. Sunflower sea star is an aquatic animal which lives in Eastern Pacific Ocean. Eastern Pacific Ocean. It's an aquatic animal. It has got a soft body soft body sea star relies, it relies on fluid pressure to maintain its body form. It depends upon the fluid pressure to maintain its form of the body. So it has got around 15 to 24 wings. It has more 24 arms, you can say it arms. So under IAS it is placed under critically endangered. It is because of climate change. It is placed in the critically endangered. So next 60-second. Consider the following sectors. They are given telecom service, power exchange, chit fund, medical device. Which of the following sectors given above are prohibited under FDI? So we have to identify a sector where FDI is not allowed. So FDI is not allowed in FDI is not allowed in atomic energy field, and it's not allowed in making of cigar or cigarette and tobacco product. It's also not involved in gambling, lottery, chit fund, and also real estate and some fields within agriculture. These are the areas where FDI is not allowed. See, but what happened? Telecom sector is 100% allowed. Medical device, recently they have given 100% FDI, and even power exchange is also provided, it's under FDI. So remaining one is chit fund. Chit fund is not allowed in the FDI. So we have to identify which are the prohibited under this. Only third one, that is chit fund, is not allowed because it comes under all the 6 categories which I have mentioned now. So we will move on to the 63rd question. With reference to statutory liquidity ratio, consider the following statement and choose the incorrect answer. So we have to identify the incorrect here. So what they have given, the first A, these are the minimum percentage of deposit that need to be reserved with Reserve Bank of India. Increasing the SLR control the inflation in the economy. Both are incorrect, none of them are incorrect. So we have to identify the incorrect code here. This SLR, statutory liquidity ratio, is quantitative tool of RBI monetary policy. SLR is a quantitative tool of RBI and monetary policy. So SLR is fixed by, the SLR ratio is fixed by the RBI, and it should not be more than 40%. It should not be more than 40%. So this SLR should be kept within the bank itself, in liquid form. What is this liquid form? It is cash, gold, government security, treasury bill. All these are liquidity form of cash. So these are, SLR has to be kept within the bank. And next one, SLR will be used to influence the inflation. To control the inflation, SLR has to be increased. To control deflation, SLR has to be decreased. So here what they are given, these are the minimum percentage of deposit that need to be reserved with the RBI, but we know that it is kept with bank itself in the liquid form. So it increasing SLR account to inflation, increasing the SLR control the inflation. Yes, this is the right answer. So we have to identify the incorrect answer. So A is our answer. So now we'll move on to the next question. With reference to National Financial Reporting Authority NFRA, consider the following statement. It has given a two statement. It was constituted under Society Registration Act 1960. It is an independent regulator overseeing the auditing profession. Which of the following statement given above is not correct? We have to identify the not correct here. This National Financial Reporting Authority is formed in 1960 by Government of India under Companies Act 2013. The duties of National Financial Reporting Authority is it will recommend accounting and auditing policies and standards to be adopted by the companies for approval of central government. It will recommend the accounting as well as auditing policies to be maintained by the companies to get the government approval, and it will also monitor as well as compel. It will enforce the compliance towards the standard accounting and auditing. So what happens here? It says that it is under Society Registration Act 1960, but we know it is under Companies Act, Company Act 2013. And it is independent regulator overseeing the auditing profession. It is the right answer. So first one is the wrong. Second, we have to identify non-correct answer. So this is Society Registration is non-correct. So our option is A. Next we'll move on to the 65th question. With reference to the World Sustainable Development Summit, consider the following statement. So it is the annual flagship event of International Monetary Fund. First one. Second, it says that it addresses some of the most relevant issues concerning a sustainable development. We have to identify here the non-correct answer. So Sustainable Development Summit is the annual flagship of TERI. The Energy and Resource Institute. So this is the annual flagship report of TERI, the Energy and Resource Institute. Okay, it started from 2001 and it addressed some of the most relevant issues concerning the sustainable development. The scope of this organization includes activities like climate change, biodiversity, renewable energy and sustainable development, social transformation. These all are comes under sustainable development. This is the main function of World Sustainable Development Summit report. This is the annual flagship of TERI, but they have given International Monetary Fund, so this is a wrong answer. And it addresses some of the most relevant issues of concerning sustainable development like climate change, they will renewable energy. These are. So this one is the right answer. So they have asked us to identify the not correct answer. We know that first one is a not correct answer. So next one, 66th question. Recently, Federation of Indian Export Organizations seen in news was set up by. The Federation of Indian Export Organization is apex body under Indian Export Promotion Organization under Ministry of Commerce and Industry. So major function of this Indian Export Organization will help Indian exporter or entrepreneur to assist in foreign market. So the work of this Federation Indian Export Organization, which is apex body, it will assist the Indian entrepreneurs as well as exporters in the foreign market for the export. So export promotion. So they asked us to identify comes under which ministry. We know that it comes under Ministry of Commerce and Industry. So the answer will be the option A. So next we'll move on to 67th. Recently, R21 matrix M vaccine is seen in the news. Is in regard to which of the following? So R21 matrix M is a vaccine for malaria. It is developed by the University of Oxford. And this vaccine is designed to stop Plasmodium. This vaccine, that is R21 matrix, R21, is designed to stop Plasmodium falciparum to enter into liver. This vaccine will stop Plasmodium falciparum malaria parasite from entering into liver and avoids the deadly blood stages. By this, it will help to overcome the malaria. It's developed by the University of Oxford. So now we'll move on to 68th. Recently, Pox 186 was seen in the news. What it belongs to? So Pox 186 is a galaxy. This spot is a galaxy which is the astrophysics using the Gemini telescope. They discovered the Pox 186. This galaxy telescope is in Hawaii as well as Chile. This is the most advanced infrared telescope. So it is in this Gemini telescope, which is Chile and Hawaii. This advanced infrared telescope. So next we'll move on to next question, 69th. Recently, Crimson Solar project, which was seen in the news, it is associated with which of the following countries? See, Crimson Solar project is a solar project, a solar power plant which is there in California. It is USA. So it's spread over almost 2000 hectares. So it is located in California, United States of America. Crimson Solar project. So our answer will be the D here. The next we'll move on to 70th question. Consider the following statement with respect to BRO. What they are given? The BRO is the leading road construction agency under Ministry of Defence. The BRO road is formed on May 7, 1960. The primary goal of securing Indian border and developing the infrastructure in remote area of India's north and northeastern state. So this BRO, Border Road Organization, is formed in 1960, and it is a leading road construction agency under Ministry of Defence. So it has got some primary goals like securing Indian borders and developing the infrastructure in remote area of India's north and northeastern state. As well as this, it has tasked with development of infrastructure for army in India, Indian armed force as well as a friendly nation. It has tasked with providing infrastructure for Indian force as well as to develop and maintain the operational road infrastructure in the border area. It contributes for a socio-economic development of a border state. So these are the functions. First one, to develop and maintain road in border area or a state. It helps in socio-economic development in border state. It will also help in building infrastructure for Indian armed force as well as for a friendly neighboring state. Along with that, it infrastructure in remote area of India north and northeastern. So all three are correct here. So answer will be third one, C, 1, 2 and 3. So now we'll move on to the next 71st question. Which of the following statement is correct with respect to contribution made by the Ernest Benfield Havel in the Indian art and culture? They have given 4 options. E.B. Havel has made an effort establishing an Asiatic society. E.B. Havel was a famous Indologist who translated several Sanskrit drama in English. E.B. Havel was a teacher at Pune who established Northern Archives of India. E.B. Havel made effort in establishing the Bengal School of Art. The E.B. Havel E.B. Havel was a principal of Government School of Art, and he developed a style of art and art education based on Indian art. So he developed a style of art which is based on Indian art and which is further developed into Bengal School of Art. So by this, D will be a correct answer. E.B. Havel made an effort to establishing the Bengal School of Art. So next we move on to 72nd. Consider the following statement regarding MOU on cyber security which was signed between India and US. They are given 2 options. We have to identify the correct one. The first option says that Indian Computer Emerging Response Team, that is CERT-IN, CERT-IN and US CERT signed an MOU. The CERT-IN is a national nodal agency for responding to computer security. So recently what CERT-IN, first of all, CERT-IN is an office within the Ministry of Electronic Information Technology, and is a nodal agency to deal with the cyber security threat. So this is a nodal agency. It has signed an MOU with the USA Security, CERT signed, and it's responsible for computing. So both here are correct one. We have to identify the correct. We know CERT is an signed MOU as well as National Nodal Agency for responsible computer security, the threat, hacking this, it is the main body for it. So next we'll move on to 73rd. The Hitavadi is the largest selling broad sheet English daily newspaper of central India. It was founded in 1911 by the social reformer name. It was started by the Gopal Krishna Gokhale in 1911. Next we'll move on to 74th. Consider the following statement. Amravati School of Art flourished during Kushan's time. The white marble was used in this art. We are asked to identify the correct one here. Amravati School of Art flourished during Shatavahanas, but they have given the Kushans here. The Kushans developed Gandhara School of Art. Gandhara School of Art is Greco-Roman style. This Amravati is an indigenous style. This developed by the Shatavahanas. And it's the white marble used in this. This Amravati School of Art used the white marble and it was developed by Shatavahanas. Kushans developed Gandhara School of Art, which is Greco-Indian, Greco-Roman, Roman style. So here we are asked to identify the correct one. We know this is the wrong one and white marble used this. Only 2 is the right answer. _75th. Consider the following statement regarding the provision of legislative council in the state legislature. The states of Bihar and Telangana have a legislative council. The total number of members in the legislative council of a state shall not exceed 1/3 of a total number of members in the legislative assembly. The 1/12 of the all members shall be elected by the electoral consisting of local body and authority. 1/12 of all the members shall be elected by the graduate residing in the state. We are asked to identify the correct here. First we will see what is state legislative council. See, first legislative council is present in 6 states. It is Karnataka, Andhra Pradesh, Telangana, Maharashtra, Bihar and Uttar Pradesh. The only 6 states is having legislative council. The strength of legislative council should not be more than 1/3 of legislative assembly. It should not be more than one-third of Legislative Assembly. The actual strength of Legislative Council will be fixed by the Parliament. And in Legislative Council, one-third of the member will be elected by the Legislative Assembly members. So one-third will be elected by the local bodies like municipality members, district board members. They will elect one-third of it. So remaining 1/12 will be elected by the graduates for 3 years, and rest 1/12 will be elected by the teacher of 3 years experience, and next 1/6 will be nominated by the governor. So with this we will try to solve this question. They have given only this, the state of Bihar, Telangana have a legislative council, and this one is the correct answer because legislative shall not exceed 1/3. They are given 1/12 of the member of 1/12 of all members shall elected by the electorate consisting of a local bodies. See here it's not a 1/12, it should have been 1/3. So this is a wrong answer. 1/12 of the members elected by the graduate. They have correct answer. So 1, 2 and 4. If they would have used only here in the first option, it would have also been a wrong one. But they have not used the word only. So answer will be the 1, 2 and 3 because third one is a wrong one because it should have been 1/3. Next we'll move on to 76th question. Consider the following statement with respect to the power of governor of state. The governor can be the governor can be adjourned the sitting of the state assembly. The governor addresses the first session of the legislative assembly after elections. The governor causes to lay the annual budget in the state assembly. The governor can summon and prorogue and dissolve the state assembly. Which of the following statements given above are correct? We have to identify the correct one here. So power of governor can be seen through like legislative power, executive power, judicial power, financial power, and all these power they are given, all these are belonging to legislative power. So in the first option, what is say? Governor can adjourn the sitting of the state assembly. Governor cannot adjourn the sitting of a state assembly. It is a duty of speaker. When he says adjourn sine die, then only the governor can prorogue the state assembly. So first one is wrong. So second, what it says, governor addressed the first session of the legislative assembly after election. This is the right one. The governor causes to lay the annual budget. This is also right. Governor can summon, prorogue, dissolve the state assembly. This is also right. So these all three are the right. These are the powers of legislative governor. Along with that, governor can make an ordinance. Along with that, he can nominate a member to the legislative assembly as well as legislative council, and he has a power to disqualify the member through legislative. And along with that, he can assent of the bill also comes under legislative power of the governor. These are the powers of the governor under legislative. So answer, first one is the wrong one. They asked us to find the right one. So answer will be the 3. By eliminating 1, we know that 1, 2, 3 and 4 all correct. So next we will move on to 77th question. Which country has undergone the legislation according to which its president will continue to power in 2036? So recently Russian President Vladimir Putin signed a legislation that may be able to keep him in a power till 2036. Next answer is Russia. Next we move on to 78th. Which one of the following energy is most utilized in biomass? Atomic energy, solar energy, geothermal energy, tidal energy. See, biomass is formed by the producers by using the solar energy through photosynthesis. So here the answer is solar energy through photosynthesis. These are by the producers. So next we go 79th. Consider the following statement, assertion and a reason they have given. So assertion, what it says, ecological productivity decreases from equator to pole. It says that productivity keep on decreasing as you move towards the pole. And reason for this is insulation rapidly decreases from equator towards the pole. So select the correct answer from the code given below. Both A and B are true. R is the correct explanation of A. The both A and R are true, but R is not correct explanation. A is true, but R is false. A is false, but R is true. These are the options. We have to select the correct one here. This is the sun rays, the insulation of sun is maximum at equator and it keeps on decreasing towards the pole. This is because of rotation and revolution of the earth and inclination of the earth. So because that distance keep on increasing here, distance is minimum, and all this reason causes the excess heat in tropical region, and here the insulation keep on decreasing as we move towards the pole. Because of this, ecological productivity decreases from equator towards the pole. So by this we can select the both A and R are true. R is the correct explanation of the A. Because insulation keep on decreasing, that's why ecological productivity keeps on decreasing. The ecological productivity depends upon majorly on the sunlight. So as sunlight keeps on decreasing towards the pole, that's why ecological also keep on decreases. So we'll move on to next question. It is suggested by the doctors that a person suffering from the kidney or gallbladder issue should not consume excessive of the food like tomato, egg, milk, etc., which are major cause of the crystal formation as a prostate, which are made up of. See, the stones which is formed in kidney or a prostate is because of accumulation of calcium oxalate. See, the calcium oxalate can be increased by consumption for tomato, egg and milk for a long time, and even reducing consumption of water. So here the correct answer is calcium oxalate. So next we move on to 81st. In the forest, deer and raccoon, squirrel and other animal eat and find shelter. The detritus food web occurs as their waste accumulate on the forest floor. In this detritus web, deer and raccoon function as a producer. We know that deer and raccoon is a consumers. So this is a wrong one. Fungi and earthworm function as a producer. Even these are not a this producer. These are decomposer, detritus eater. So decomposer function as a consumer. Here decomposer function as a consumer, and deer and raccoon represent a decomposer. So deer and raccoon are not a decomposer. So correct answer is C, where decomposer function as a consumer, because the chain cycle, the cycle of detritus web start with decomposers by decomposing the detritus. So correct answer is C. So next we move on to 82nd. The sample of chloroform before using as an anesthesia is tested by the option given. the potassium nitrate solution, ammonical copperous chloride, ammonical silver nitrate solution, and D is silver nitrate solution after boiling with the alcoholic potassium. The answer is ammonium silver nitrate solution. This is a chemistry question, it's a fact based question. So next we'll move on to 83rd. In the hilly district, in Himachal Pradesh, a land developer used bulldozer to clear all but the largest tree and clean up the near stream, lining the bottom of the stream with pretty park-like setting around his home. We expect that in this cleared area there will be the option A is more species of invertebrates in the stream and on the land, but fewer species of vertebrate and the plant everywhere. The more mammals and the plant species, but fewer birds and invertebrates on the land and in the stream. The answer is B. So we'll move on to 84th question. The Partnership for Action on Green Economy, that is PAGE, a UN mechanism to assist country transition towards a greener and more inclusive economy emerged at. So Partnership for Action on Green Economy as emerged as one of the United Nations system principal response to call on Rio+20. This emerged in United Nations Conference on Sustainable Development 2012 Rio de Janeiro. So its page which started in United Nations Conference on Sustainable Development 12 is Rio de Janeiro. It's also called as Rio+20. So what is the aim of it? The purpose of this is the call for international community. It's a call for international community to assist the interested countries in developing and adopting and implementing inclusive green economy policies and strategy. To increase it, they will assist toward transition of the country towards greener and more inclusive economic. So it is answer is B. So next we will move on to 85th. Which one of the following adopted the Agenda 21? Agenda 21 is adopted during United Nations Convention on Environment and Development, which is held in Rio de Janeiro in 1992. That is first Earth Summit. See, Agenda 21 is non-binding action plan of the United Nations with regard to sustainable development. See, what is the purpose? Like, it is comprehensive plan. What is Agenda 21 is the 21st century. It represents 21st century. So it is comprehensive report series has since it's a first edition. It's comprehensive plan of action to be taken globally, naturally and locally by the organization of United Nations system, government and major group in every area in which human impact on environment. Where there is an impact, there is a environment conservation should be taken place, which is mentioned in Agenda 21, which is developed in first Earth Summit in 1992. The 86th. Which of the following atmosphere layer ammonia was first found for a first time? The answer is troposphere. Troposphere is near to the earth. It's the first layer of atmosphere, troposphere, which extends up to 6 to 16 kilometer. 16 kilometer near the equator and pole at 6 kilometer. And next, 87th. The Global Competitive Index is released by. The option is International Monetary Fund, World Bank, World Economic Forum, World Trade Organization. See, it is released by the World Economic Forum. What is the World Economic Forum? Is international intergovernmental lobbying organization, which headquarters is at Geneva, Switzerland, and is formed in 1971. It is formed in 1971. Headquarters is Geneva, Switzerland, 1971. Its annual summit. Every year it will be held at Davos. Every year it is held at Davos. So what is purpose? It directly influences the government global agenda decision making